Hi everyone and welcome to your 30-minute yoga class. So in this class, we are really going to focus on opening and expanding our heart because this is where the spirit resides, and what is stopping us from actually being connected to our spirit is we're living in our minds. Our thoughts are just racing all of the time, and we can't seem to still it enough to really listen to what is going on inside of our hearts. And for me, a daily yoga practice really starts to make you be more open, more receptive, and it really helps you control what is going on in your mind. So let this be a moment to just deeply connect, to forget about any external validation that you need, and to take a journey inside with me today to really start to connect back to your spirit. Now, you're not going to need anything, maybe a couple of blocks, and maybe a folded cushion or a bolster, but it's really just for you to have 30 minutes that are just for yourself to be and to let go and to find those moments of silence. So let's just sit down together. We're going to start with a few movements, just to help sort of let go of tension and stiffness. So I want you to close the eyes, and we're going to come into a few neck rolls. So just start to drop the chin towards your chest. Then as you inhale, bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, draw the left shoulder away from the left ear and breathe. As you inhale, start to bring the head back. Bring the left ear towards the left shoulder and pull the right shoulder away from the right ear and breathe. Then as you exhale, drop the chin towards the chest and just continue to rotate your neck now in this clockwise motion. And as you do, release all that tension that you've been holding onto in your neck, your shoulders and your spine. Now the next time that the chin is meeting the chest, we're going to reverse the direction. So inhale, bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, pull the right shoulder away from the right ear and breathe. Then as you inhale, gently bring the head back, bring the right ear towards the right shoulder and draw that left shoulder away from the left ear and breathe. Then as you exhale, drop the chin towards the chest. Continue to rotate the neck now in this anti-clockwise motion. And really noticing how your exhale brings the chin towards the chest, and as you inhale, it's this opening of your throat and your heart as you breathe. Now the next time that you exhale and you bring the chin towards the chest, we are now going to do some shoulder circles. So I'd like you to just bring your hands onto your shoulders. Then as you inhale, bring the elbows forward, rise the elbows up towards the sky, and as you exhale, just draw the shoulder blades together, bring the elbows back to the earth. So inhale a deep breath, rise the shoulders up, and then exhale to bring them back down. Go for one more round. And the next time that your elbows are meeting the ground, we're going to reverse the direction. So inhale, bring the elbows back, draw the shoulder blades together, reach them up to the sky, and exhale, bring them forward and down. So take another deep breath in, draw the shoulder blades together, rise the elbows up, and exhale, bring them forward and down. Go for one more rotation. And the next time that the elbows are meeting the ground, we're just going to come into a twist. So inhale, bring the arms up. As you exhale, pull the navel to spine, start to twist over to the right, bringing your left hand on the right knee, using your right fingertips as a kickstand for the spine. And I just want you to gaze over that right shoulder. Maybe you close the eyes and you feel your heart stretch open, and the tension start to be squeezed from the spine. And then as you inhale, start to come back forward. As you exhale, twist now over to the left, bringing your right hand on that left knee, using your left fingertips as a kickstand for the spine. Taking a deep breath in, feel that length rise up through the spine. And then as you exhale, pull the navel in and twist a little bit deeper. Then with your next in-breath, come back to center. Start to come into a tabletop position with your hands roughly underneath your shoulders and your knees roughly underneath your hips. Your toes can be tucked or the backs of the feet can be on the ground. So take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the navel to spine, round and arch your back like a cat. Then as you inhale, drop the belly to the earth, the heart comes forward, the head comes back. So exhale, pull the navel to spine, press into the palms as you broaden the shoulders and arch your back to the sky. And as you inhale, drop the belly to the earth, the heart comes forward, the head comes back. Continue for a couple of more movements and we're just really waking up the body. Feeling this connection between our body and our breath. Now the next time that you inhale, we come back to neutral spine. We're going to tuck the toes, and as you exhale, you're now going to press back into your downward facing dog position. So in your downward dog, the fingertips are nice and spread. You're drawing the armpits towards each other. And you really want to think about sending the hips high and elongating your spine. So this means you might need to come high on the tippy toes or just bend into the knees more as you press the hips up. Hold for a couple more breaths just to really ground into this pose. Then as you inhale, you're going to look forward and step the left foot in between the hands. Then you're going to drop the right knee down to the ground. We're coming into a low lunge position. So option to stay here and support yourself, or as you inhale, start to rise up. Bring the arms up and exhale, sink a little bit deeper into the hips. Ground through the front heel, squeeze the hips towards each other. And with your next exhale, we're just going to cactus the arms down and back, and we're going to open and expand our heart to heaven. Then as you inhale, rise the arms back up. And as you exhale, place the hands down to the ground, lift off the right knee and send the left foot back, come into your downward facing dog. Then with your next in-breath, step your right foot in between the hands. Drop the left knee down to the ground. Come onto your fingertips where this might be enough for you, or if it's within your hips, you can inhale to rise up, grounding through the heel of that front foot, feeling solid in this shape, and taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to cactus the arms down and back, draw the shoulder blades together, feel your heart open to the world. And then as you inhale, start to lift the arms up, lift the gaze, and exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. Lift off the left knee, send your right foot back, come into your downward facing dog position. We hold and pause for a deep breath in, and exhale from the lower belly. Draw the navel to spine. Then as you inhale, start to look forward, step the left foot, then the right foot to the front of your yoga mat. As you exhale, draw your chest towards your thighs, hinging from your hips. Then as you inhale, lead with the chest, reach the arms up, lift the gaze, and exhale to connect your hands to your heart. Release the arms down by the sides for the moment and just feel your whole body start to wake up in this moment. Feel the vibration of every cell in your being. Expand your presence. So we're now going to come into easy variation of sun salutations. So you're going to stand at the front of your yoga mat. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bring your hands to meet in Namaste at the center of your chest. Then as you inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And as you exhale, draw the navel to spine, send the hips back, hinge from the hips, and just ground your fingertips underneath your shoulders. If your fingertips don't meet the ground, then bend into those knees. Then as you inhale, you're going to straighten through the legs, bring your hands onto the shins, look forward, flat back. And as you exhale, draw the navel to spine and fold to the ground. Then as you inhale, lead with the chest, reach the arms up overhead, lift the gaze. Then as you exhale, release the gaze, bring the hands to your heart. Then from here, inhale, start to open the palms as if you're activating the energy of your heart. And then exhale to bring the palms back together. Now inhale, reach the arms up, lift the gaze. Exhale, draw the navel to spine, hinge from the hips and lightly engage the thighs as you fold. Then inhale, straighten through the legs, bring the hands onto the shins, look forward, flat back. And as you exhale, draw the navel to spine, bring your fingertips back to the earth. Take another deep breath in, and as you do, lead with the chest, rise the arms up, lift the gaze. Then as you exhale, drop the gaze and connect the hands to your heart. So inhale now, open the palms, really feel your chest start to expand with your breath. And then exhale, bring the palms back together. Inhale, reach the arms up, look up. Exhale, draw the navel to spine as you fold forward and down. Inhale, straighten through the legs, bring the hands onto the shins, look forward, flat back. And as you exhale, draw the navel to spine and fold down. Inhale, another deep breath as you rise up, lift the arms, lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, drop the gaze, bring the hands to your heart. One more time, inhale, open your palms. Feel the energy of your heart in your hands. And then exhale, bring the palms back together. Bring the arms down by the sides. Pause for a moment and just feel. Feel into the breath. Feel into your body. Breathe. So we will now come into mountain pose, Tadasana. So your feet are roughly a hip's width distance apart. You're going to press into the base of the big toes. The arms are down by the sides, the palms are facing forward, and you just bring your weight onto the front of your feet. So gaze off at the distance, and as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, release those arms back down to the sides. As you inhale, another deep breath, rise the arms up overhead. And as you exhale to release the arms down by the sides, we go for one more breath. And then with your next exhale, just find yourself here in Tadasana, with the palms overhead and the palms facing each other. Relaxing your shoulders, your forearms, your palms. Close your eyes for a moment and sink down into your heart. Really notice where your attention is right now. Can you bring it back to your body and your breath? And then with your next in-breath, reach the arms up. As you exhale, just extend those arms down to the sides, palms face forward. We stand Tadasana. Activation of our heart chakra. Now we come to stand at the front of our yoga mat as we now come into a wide-legged forward bend. So step in your left or your right foot back about a medium width distance apart so you can still see the screen in front of you. Your feet are ever so slightly pigeon-toed in, and we're grounding through the outer edges of our feet. So as you inhale, start to reach the arms up, find length in the spine, and as you exhale, pull the navel to spine. Begin to fold down to the earth and ground your fingertips in between your legs. Then as you inhale, take another deep breath and rise the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, pull the navel to spine and just begin to fold forward and down. You will go for one more breath. And with your next exhale, just find yourself in your forward fold. So the hands are next to each other, they're on the fingertips. The arms are parallel and they're just pressing to the back of the room. And really lightly engage the thighs, pull the navel towards your spine and feel that hinging from your hips, knowing you can bend into the knees and find a softness there if that feels better for you and your spine. Then really center the gaze at the space between the eyebrows. Let all the energy build there. Hold for one more breath. And with your next in-breath, lead with the chest. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the arms down to the sides. Step in your feet to the front of your yoga mat. Close the eyes, palms face forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. So we're now going to continue with warrior practice, coming into warrior 2 and reverse warrior. So I'd like you to step your left foot back in a really wide distance between your feet. So your back foot is at a 90-degree angle. Your front heel is aligned with the back arch of the back foot. You're facing the long side of the mat and there is a straight line in your front leg, and you're extending the arms out to the sides where you gaze over the fingertips. So really find your position. Take a deep breath into your heart, and as you exhale, start to bend into that front knee as far as feels comfortable or until the knee and ankle align. Then as you inhale, start to release and straighten out of that shape. So exhale, pull the navel to spine, sink down into the hips as you bend into that front knee. And then as you inhale, start to release, come out of the shape. So with your next exhale, we now come into our warrior 2 position, where we're planting down through our feet. We're squeezing the hips towards each other and pulling the navel towards the spine. And then you can just stay here, or you can take rest if you need to in Tadasana. But if the legs feel good, then inhale, flip the front palm. As you inhale, start to lean backwards, allowing that left hand to press lightly on that left leg, stretching through the front body and bringing that right arm overhead. So keep a bend in the front knee, stay strong in your legs. And then really feel your heart opening up to heaven and receive all that light from above. Hold for one more breath. And with your next exhale, we come back into our warrior 2 position. Then inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the left leg to the front of your yoga mat. We continue with the other side. So step the right leg back and behind you in a really wide distance between your feet. The front heel is aligning with the back arch of the back foot. So your back foot is at that 90-degree angle. You're bringing your arms parallel out to the sides and the palms are facing the earth. So take that deep breath into the chest. And as you exhale, bend into that front knee so the knee and ankle roughly align. Then as you inhale, slowly release, come out of the shape. So exhale, ground into the feet as you sink into the hips and come into your warrior position. And then inhale, release, come out of the shape. So continue for one more breath. And then with your next exhale, you're going to hold here in your warrior. Engage the back hamstring, engage the front thigh. Relax through the shoulders and really point the fingertips away from each other. Find a moment to settle into your warrior's heart. And then begin to flip the front palm. As you inhale, lean back, resting that right hand lightly on that right leg, keeping a bend in that front knee, and really allowing your front body to open. If this is too much, you know you can release at any stage. And just balance the breath. Find peace in your heart. And with your next exhale, come back into your warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Step your right foot to the front of your yoga mat. The palms face forward and just feel that strength in the body begin to awaken. Taking a deep breath in and a slow breath out. So we will now transition onto the floor. Take a deep breath into the chest. And as you exhale, bring the hands to meet in Namaste. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, draw the navel to spine and fold forward from your hips. Inhale, send the left leg back, come into your low lunge position. And then exhale, press into the palms, come into your downward facing dog. Holding here for one breath, pressing the earth away from us, sending the hips high and feeling that elongation through the spine. Now with your next in-breath, drop the knees to the ground, lift through the heart, lift the gaze, cow pose. Then as you exhale, pull the navel to spine and press back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees down to the ground, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze, cow pose. And then exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Let's go for one more round. And then with your next exhale, when you find yourself in your downward dog position, you just hold here for a breath. Inhale deeply into the upper chest. Exhale from your lower belly. Now with your next in-breath, look forward, step the left foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee down to the ground. The front knee and ankle are aligned. If the back knee feels uncomfortable in any way, grab a blanket and place it under there. Option to stay here, or inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms down and back as you sink into the hips. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift the gaze, and exhale to plant your hands down onto the mat. Lift the right knee and start to send your left foot back. You're in downward facing dog. Then inhale, look forward, step the right foot in between the hands, drop the back knee. As you inhale, start to reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms down and back, feel your heart open. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to bring the hands down to the mat. Lift the left knee and exhale, press back into your downward facing dog. Deep breath in, connect to the earth, and exhale, ground into its wisdom. And now with your next in-breath, bring the knees down to the ground. We are going to come into our camel pose. So for our camel, I want you to just bring your knees about a hip's width distance apart. You're going to really find straightness in the spine. Your toes can be tucked. Now in our camel, we just want to bring our hands to place on our lower back. You want to draw the elbows and the shoulder blades as close together as possible. And then as you inhale, you start to press the hips forward. You ground through the knees, and then you slowly start to arch into the spine, really allowing the belly to lift up to the sky, allow the heart to open to the sky, and gently bring the head as far back as comfortable. And then exhale, pull the navel in and release out of the bend. So inhale, ground into the knees, press the thighs, the hips forward. Come into the arching of your back, lengthen through the throat and breathe. And then exhale to release out of that shape. We go for one more time. And you can have an option to stay here if this is enough, option to come out of the pose, or if you have the flexibility, bring your hands onto your heels, but do not overstrive or feel that you need to come into this position. Work with your body, work with its wisdom and its capabilities. Hold for one more breath, keeping the hips pressing forward. And if your hands are on your heels, then bring your hands back onto your lower back. Come out of the camel pose. Untuck the toes, sit back onto your heels. And just find a moment to close the eyes. Be fully aware of the energy that's flowing from the spine. Sink into the heart and breathe. So we will now come into our bridge pose. So for our bridge pose, I want you to just come to lie back on the mat. Your arms are going to be down by the sides, and you're just going to stroke the backs of the heels with your middle finger. Your feet are parallel, and I always want you to feel free to make any adjustments. If something doesn't feel good, then please adjust your body. So now from here, we take a deep breath in, we squeeze the glutes, we lift the hips, the arms come back and behind us. And then exhale, start to bring the hips and arms down to the sides. Inhale, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips, the arms come back and behind us. And then exhale to bring the hips and arms down to the sides. Go for one more breath. And when you find your hips rising up and the arms behind you, hold here. Now ground through the inner heels of your feet. Engage the thighs, engage the glutes, and really press the heels away from you without moving the feet. Check in with your shoulders. If they don't feel good or the hands aren't meeting the earth behind you, then just bring them back down to the sides. Close the eyes and breathe. And then with your next exhale, you're just going to release the hips down to the ground. You release the arms down to the ground and you just bring the knees into the chest. And I want you to just pause here, placing your hands at the top of the shins interlaced or apart. And really let go of everything in your mind. Let the forehead relax, the cheeks, the jaw, the throat, the neck, the shoulders, the spine. Deeply relaxed. Let the breath flow in and let the breath flow out. And we're going to end now with a final pose. We come into a twist. So extend the legs out straight in front of you. Bring the arms down to the sides. And then start to bring the right knee into the chest. Catch a hold with the right knee with the left hand. Take a deep breath into the body. And then as you exhale, start to bring that right knee over to the left and the gaze over to your right. And then inhale, start to come back to center. As you exhale, pull the navel to spine. Start to bring that right knee over to the left and the gaze to the right. And then inhale, come back to center. And now with your next exhale, just allow that right knee to fall to the left, the gaze to fall to the right. And just release all control of your body. Let it relax. Making sure that both shoulder blades are pressing down into the earth. If one is lifted, then you might just need to come out of the twist a little bit so you can feel those shoulder blades resting on the earth. Let the breath be steady. Let your mind, your heart be focused. And then with your next in-breath, bring the right knee back to center. Release the right leg down to the ground. And now start to bring the left knee into the chest. Catch a hold of the left knee with your right hand. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the left knee over to the right and the gaze over to the left. And then inhale, start to come back to center. As you exhale, bring that left knee over to the right and the gaze over to the left. And then inhale, start to come back to center. Continue for one more round. And as you bring that knee over to the right and the gaze over to the left, allow yourself to find a quiet space where there is no movement in the mind, but there is full life in your heart. Breathe deeply and slowly. Let go. And now with your next in-breath, bring the left knee back to center. Release the left leg down to the ground. We end now with our Shavasana. And if you need to go because you run out of time, then please feel free. But otherwise, really just lay here with me for a moment. Allow the feet to be a hip's width distance apart. Allow the shoulder blades to draw together and down, supporting your heart, and your palms just facing up towards the sky. And then really just let yourself be, where you feel the weight of you pressing into the earth, but you also feel a lightness that is lifting you up to heaven. And you start to feel the breath like a wave of ocean, bringing peace and calmness to your mind, to your body, to your spirit. Relaxing the feet, relaxing the legs and hips, relaxing the palms, the arms, relaxing the belly, the chest, relaxing the spine, the shoulders, fully relaxing your neck, your face, your forehead, the back, the sides and the crown of the head. Deeply relax. Really feel yourself in this stillness. Try not to get swept off by the mind, but anchor yourself in the breath. No need to think about what you have to do next. No need to think about what you did yesterday. But reside in your heart, the presentness, the spaciousness, the expansiveness of your being. Now we're just going to take a few deep breaths to allow that energy to come back down into our body, to be absorbed, to be nourished. And you're just going to bring some movement in your fingers and toes. Maybe you want to stretch the arms over the head and just give your body a nice deep stretch. And then just roll over to your right side, coming into your fetal position. Just feeling this new lease of life that is excited within you. And then gently press yourself up. Come back to your seated position. Just place the hands on the thighs. Lift the gaze to the space between the eyebrows. And notice the change in you. Notice this natural state that is peaceful, still, and quiet. And just breathe in and out of the heart. Deepen your connection there. And remember that you are eternally loved. You are eternally being cared for. And that true happiness, true joy, true love It starts from within. So don't be afraid to discover yourself. And we bring our hands to meet in Namaste at the center of our chest. And this is a moment to just be fully grateful right now for this moment. No other moment, but just here, now. And the energy of this practice, we don't just give it to ourselves, we share it with the whole world. May all sentient beings be well. May they be free of suffering, and may they be at peace. May all beings know peace and love. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. I wish you a wonderful and most blessed day and rest of your life.